Hey guys, what's up? Once again, welcome back to NTUGC Net Paper to Education channel. As per the new syllabus, this time let's just aim we all that aim the simple aim that GRF is definitely gonna be yours. You are definitely going to succeed in your examination, and this year, in the year 2025, you are definitely going to crack your net examination. Now, without further ado, let's just start with today's session. Yesterday, we had already completed with the topic that is Unit 2A's Yashpal Committee Report 2009. Today, we are going to continue with the same topic, and this is the part number second. So, if you haven't gone or visited or haven't seen my first part, then the link is given below this video. Do go and particularly look for this particular video so that in the second part you will come to know that what is there in this particular report. So without further ado, let's just start with today's session. Now see, yesterday we had talked about Yashpal committee report, and in that report some of the key features were discussed, in which what is the meaning of university as per the report. University can be defined as what sort of place can be defined as university, what are the challenges that's been faced by higher education system in India. All those points we have discussed so far. Today we are going to continue with the same report. Now in 2.2.2, that is one particular, you can say, data that has been given in the report. It says that learning across discipline. It has also mentioned about different faculties or discipline or arena of study. So in this, what does it mean? Let's just go through and understand that. The Yashpal Committee report says that integrating a given subject to which the student devotes a majority of his or her time with other relevant subject is therefore essential to improve the current undergraduate education structure. Now see, each and every young person or each and every one of you is aspiring to work hard, is aspiring to get succeeded in your life. The same happens with the youngster who is going to pursue the undergraduate course. So the Yashpal committee report says that under whatever subject the student is going to devote his time, majority of his or her time with other relevant subjects also, it becomes really very important for the higher education system to focus and to improve the current undergraduate education structure. That means whatever new reforms needs to be there inculcated in the higher education system at undergraduate level, it should be actually focused more and more upon, and you can say that renovation, or you can say that something new must be inculcated in the existing education structure. Then it has also talked about teacher education. The Yashpal committee report says that at present academic staff colleges, which is also called as ASC, are serving to provide refresher courses required by faculty to acquire eligibility for promotion. Now, what is it? It tries to say that the teacher education institutions are actually getting into the refresher courses for the newly teachers. Why is it so? In order to make them understand, in order to make them feel about what their education is, or you can say what are their skills. So here refresher courses are actually been conducted so far by the academic staff colleges, and here it says that at present academic staff colleges are serving to provide refresher courses required by the faculty to acquire eligibility for promotion. That means for the upgradation of their skill, for upgradation of their professional position, this sort of courses helps them a lot. Now, the report says that it is necessary to develop full-fledged orientation programs for newly recruited teachers in colleges and universities. So, up till now, what was happening, that all those refresher courses were actually having a, you can say, an add-on effect upon the existing profile of the teacher. Now, here it has also mentioned that full-fledged orientation program should be actually, you can say, focused upon, or you can say implemented for whom? For newly recruited teachers. You could see over here, जो नए नए टीचर्स कॉलेज में रिक्रूट हुए हैं उनके लिए भी अगर फुल फ्लैज ओरिएंटेशन प्रोग्राम रखा जाता है, then it will definitely going to help the teachers a lot. So that's what the report is actually mentioning about teacher education. Then it has talked about the rehabilitating professional education in the university. What does that mean? Let's just see. Alienation of vocational and technical sector can be overcome by bringing it under the purview of universities and by providing necessary accreditation to the courses available in polytechnics, industrial training institutions and so on. Which means that you can say amalgamation or at least combination of vocational and technical sector, or some sort of, we can say that if some lacuna areas has been found under vocational or technical sector, then it can be overcome by bringing it under the purview of university. That is, if it actually gets connected with the university education, then it might be possible that then proper courses will be actually made available for the students, so that the students can avail those courses from the university itself, whether it's in the field of polytechnics, industrial training institutions and so on, so that here the practical knowledge, or we can say that theoretical knowledge will be actually transferred into the practical form, and that too they will be in a position to have good financial strength once they actually gain that particular knowledge, whether it's in the polytechnic field or the industrial training institution field. If these particular courses are amalgamated, or you can say are actually included under the university education, then the students will be easily in a position to avail those courses directly from the universities, and they will be in a position to gain financial strength, strength, or you can say financial strength, or in a simple way we can say they will be in a position to become financially independent once they actually gain these particular courses from the university. So here it focuses upon vocational and technical sector, and it says that it should be included under the university education. Then it says that undermining undergraduate education. The report says or mentions that while appointing the teachers to the universities, their affiliation to a particular college should also be specified to emphasize the need for their exposure to undergraduate students. So basically what it tries to say that whosoever teacher or professor at the university are getting appointed, their affiliation to a particular college which is under the affiliation of the university should be specifically specified, so that what will happen, you can say the more exposure can be given to the undergraduate students, or we can at least say, or we can at least understand from the students point of view that expert faculties has been appointed by the university, and thereby we can say that there is a wider scope for each and every undergraduate student to gain deeper knowledge about their respective subject. Then it has talked about the performance criteria. See, look it over here. It says that it is necessary that all kinds of documents generated by the university, including its syllabi, the papers and books published by its faculty or professor, the assignments submitted by its students and other products such as audio video material be treated as its knowledge product, which need to be sampled for independent assessment on the basis of what? कहने का मतलब है यहाँ पे वेदर जो टीचर अपनी ड्यूटीज़ करता है, वॉट एवर सर्विसेज इज बीन रेंडर बाय द प्रोफेसर और फैकल्टी अंडर द यूनिवर्सिटी education, whether they are publishing or getting their papers published, whether they are carrying out the research work, whether they are getting their books published, whether they are actually rendering their services by reframing the syllabi or curriculum, or even the assignments that's been submitted by the students and other fellow members such as audio and video material and so on. It should be treated upon which performance criteria? Then here it specifies, the Yashwal committee specifies that all this needs to be you can say that get assessed on the basis of intrinsic merit such as relevance for the study of problems which are manifest in the university's immediate social and natural milieu. कहने का मतलब है फ्रेंड्स कि ये सारी चीज़ों का एक परफॉर्मेंस क्राइटेरिया सेट करना चाहिए, और वो परफॉर्मेंस क्राइटेरिया कैसे आप सेट करोगे, तो यूनिवर्सिटी को कोई रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस ऐसे बनाने चाहिए कि जिसके हिसाब से ये क्राइटेरिया, ये रूब्रिक्स के हिसाब से वो परफॉर्मेंस आप कह सको कि आप एक तरीके से असेस कर पाओ. Then it says that creation of an all-encompassing National Commission for Higher Education and Research, most important for the NET examination, full form of NCHER, National Commission for Higher Education and Research. This is the most important for your examination. Once again, let's just go through it. Creation of an all-encompassing National Commission for Higher Education and Research, a constitutional body to replace the existing regulatory bodies including the UGC, AICTE, NCTE and DEC, and to follow up the constitutional amendment with an appropriate law for the commission's functioning. कहने का मतलब है that यशपाल committee report focuses upon framing of, or you can say more focusing upon, the National Commission for Higher Education and Research, जो कि एक constitutional body है, ताकि वो क्या करे कि वो कौन सी चीज़ों का काम या कौन सी रेगुलेटरी अथॉरिटी का काम रिप्लेस कर पाए. तो यूजीसी का, एआईसीटीई का, एनसीटीई का एंड डीईसी का. सो दैट व्हाट विल हैपन दैट everything will be under one particular statutory body, or you can say under one particular wing, and you can say the regulation, control and managing will be quite easier for the upgradation of higher education system. Then the Yashpal committee report says that universities to be made responsible regarding the academic content of all the courses and programs of study including professional courses. कहने का मतलब है university will be held responsible for all the courses, all the curriculum, all the syllabus that's been run under it, whether it's under the colleges or institutions that are affiliated to that particular university. So university will be held responsible if any particular courses or defect is been found into that. Professional bodies like the AICTE, NCTE, MCI, BCI, COA, INC, PCI, etc. to be divested of their academic functions which would be restored to the universities. कहने का मतलब है कि ये सारी जो bodies यहाँ पे नाम लिखे गए हैं, statutory bodies, constitutional bodies, जो भी है, professional institutions जो भी है, उन सबको अपने तरीके से जो भी वो जिस चीज़ के लिए वो बनाए गए हैं वो पर्टिकुलर कोर्स वो रन करेंगे, और उन सब की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी या फिर आप कह सकते हो कि वो प्रॉपरली रन कर रहे हैं या नहीं, दैट विल ऑल बी looked by the university, and university will be held responsible for the courses and all the content and curriculum or syllabus that's been run under this particular organizational authorities. Then the committee report says that curricular reform to be the topmost priority of the newly created NCHER, which would create a curricular framework based upon the principles of mobility within a full range of curricular areas and integration of skills with academic depth. Simple language में बोले तो NCHER का ये यहाँ पे एक ड्यूटी बन जाता है कि करिकुलम को कॉन्टिन्यूअसली विद एडवांसमेंट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी रिफॉर्म लाया जाए या रीफ्रेम किया जाए, एंड सोसाइटी या कम्युनिटी या नेशन को डेवलप करने के लिए जो भी चेंजेस लाने पड़ेंगे या लाने की ज़रूरत है वो करिकुलम में लाए जाए, टाइम टू टाइम चेंजेस करते जाए, सो दैट व्हाट विल हैपन दैट होलिस्टिक डेवलपमेंट विल बी पॉसिबल. Then it says that it should be mandatory for all the universities to have a rich undergraduate program, and undergraduate students must get opportunities to interact with the best faculty. Best faculty here, it means that the expertise, the specialized faculty in one particular area or arena of study must get appointed by the university or all the colleges or institutions that got affiliated to one particular university, and that for what? That for undergraduate programs, so that what will happen, students will get proper knowledge about the arena in which they want to study or get enrolled. While appointing teachers to the universities, their affiliation to a particular college should also be specified to emphasize the need for their exposure to undergraduate students. यानी कि जो भी कॉलेज का affiliation है और टीचर्स को जो भी आपने अपॉइंट किया है पर्टिकुलर यूनिवर्सिटी में, उनका अफिलिएशन भी उस तरीके से होना चाहिए कि ये कॉलेज के पर्टिकुलर टीचर है या फैकल्टी है और उनके ये कॉलेज का अफिलिएशन ये यूनिवर्सिटी से है. सो इट विल डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू हेल्प दैट प्रोफेसर और टीचर फॉर देयर कंटिन्यूस प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट. नॉट ओनली दैट, बट इट विल ऑल्सो अश्योर द स्टूडेंट्स दैट एक्सपर्टीज इन स्पेशलाइज्ड फैकल्टी और प्रोफेशनल फैकल्टीज has been hired by that particular university or the institution, and they will get deeper exposure to the knowledge that's been shared under the undergraduate program. Then it says that one of the most or first task of the NCHER should be to identify the best 1500 colleges across India to upgrade them as universities and create clusters of other potentially good colleges to evolve as universities. Most important, यशपाल कमेटी रिपोर्ट कहता है कि NCHER का एक काम ये बन जाता है कि आइडेंटिफाई करे कि पूरे इंडिया में 1500 कॉलेजेस जो है उनको अपग्रेड किया जाए, उनमें कोई चेंजेस लाने हैं तो लाए जाए। चेंजेस कैसे? तो करिकुलम चेंज करो, सिलेबस चेंज करो, ड्यूरेशन ऑफ कोर्स चेंज करो, कोई नए कोर्स लाने की ज़रूरत है तो वो लाओ, और वो सब यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर। एंड देन टू क्रिएट क्लस्टर्स ऑफ अदर पोटेंशियली गुड कॉलेजेस टू इवॉल्व एज यूनिवर्सिटीज़, और ऐसे भी कॉलेजेस का आप क्लस्टर बनाओ कि जो कि वो यूनिवर्सिटी के अफिलिएशन के अंडर में आ पाए। Then it says that a national testing scheme for admission to the university on the pattern of GRE to be evolved, which would be open to all the aspirants of the university education to be held more than once a year। कहने का मतलब है जो भी कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम नेशनल लेवल की हो रही है, जैसे कि GRE है या कोई भी है, तो वो यूनिवर्सिटी के तहत या यूनिवर्सिटी एजुकेशन के अंडर में मोर देन वंस अ ईयर कंडक्ट की जाए, यानी कि साल में एक बार से ज़्यादा बार, यानी कि 2 बार 3 बार कंडक्ट की जाए। जैसे कि हमारी नेट एग्जामिनेशन है जो कि 2 बार साल में आती है, तो उस तरीके से क्या होगा, स्टूडेंट्स विल गेट a proper time and proper opportunity to appear for the examination and pass out that examination। फिर कहते हैं स्टूडेंट्स वुड बी परमिटेड टू सेंड देयर बेस्ट टेस्ट स्कोर्स टू यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ देयर चॉइस, यानी कि स्टूडेंट्स विल ऑल्सो बी इन अ पोजिशन टू स्कोर हाई, to get more scores, and that too under one particular university in which they have enrolled their names into, and that too of their own choice. They will be in a position to gain that knowledge in that particular subject or discipline that they have actually got into। Then the report says that quantum of central financial support to state funded universities be enhanced substantially on an incentive pattern, keeping in view the need of their growth। Then it says they set up a task force to follow up on the implementation of this agenda for action within a definite time frame। कहने का मतलब है कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को ये ध्यान रखना है कि वॉट एवर फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट इज नीडेड टू बी provided to the state government, or you can say state universities, it must be provided by the central government, so that what will happen, that the development of state universities could also be led out positively, and that too under or within each state, whosoever or whatsoever student want to go with particular course, they can actually get it availed or get it enrolled with full-fledged facilities and into proper institution। So if financial support is provided to the state universities by the central government, then it will be really very easy for the state government to make students understand the concept, to have all the facility available in that institution, and thereby they will be, who will be, then students will be in a position to pursue the education of their choice। Then it also says that set up a task force to follow up on the implementation of this agenda for action within a definite time frame। या कहने का मतलब है कि एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम फ्रेम के अंदर कोई एजेंडा आप फिक्स करते हो, तो वो एजेंडा के अंदर ऐसा कुछ आप पॉलिसीज़ लेके आओ कि विद इन द गिवन टाइम फ्रेम या विद इन पर्टिकुलर ड्यूरेशन वो आप कंप्लीट भी कर पाओ। सो दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट टुडेज सेशन, दैट वाज यशपाल कमिटी रिपोर्ट। थैंक यू सो मच। Till the next time, keep learning, keep achieving. Do like and subscribe the channel for your examinations preparation.